Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Brainrot SMP. I've been spending my time here AFKing in this area and just letting my farms load in, and I've been working on training with my villagers. And I have a confession, as of like 30 seconds ago, I was AFK, and I came back to trade with my villagers, and this door was gone. I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. So I walked through, and first thing I noticed is this guy is now missing. These guys are all zombified. There was a zombie standing on the stairs and another one walking this away, and all of my villagers have been zombified, except for this guy. They're all zombies, so we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. I was like, okay, let's see the damage. I come up here, everyone is zombified, which sucks because these were the guys I was trading with right now. As you can see, I've got the iron ready to trade with all of these guys, and now I cannot. So I come up here. Luckily, these guys are safe. I say luckily because these trapdoors wouldn't have been enough to keep them from burning up, I don't think. So they would have died. All of these would have died except for the ones right there. So glad our villagers up here are safe. However, we've got, let's see, there's 20 villagers up here. That is 50 villagers, because we've got one not zombified and one missing. We've got 50 villagers that we get to cure. On the bright side, that will make our trading permanently cheaper, just a little bit. On the dark side, I have to get 50 potions of weakness and 50 golden apples. Oh my goodness. This is not how I wanted to start the episode today. I did not want to do this. But here we are, and we kind of have to do this, huh? So correction, I did not need 50 potions of weakness. The 50 golden apples was still correct. However, I figured out if I just broke a few blocks here and there, I could splash up to at least 4 villagers at once, depending on which villagers and how they were situated. So that's what I ended up doing. So I got a lot done with a lot less than I needed. So that was really nice. I'm not mad that this happened. It needed to happen. I was dreading trying to figure out how to convert these villagers because I didn't think about zombificating them when I came up with the design for this build. So this was kind of like a mistake, but also a good thing to happen. Emerald farming is going to be a lot easier these days. Anyway, we've got all of our villagers healed up. It was a long process. It kind of took a little while. I AFK'd a little bit at True's Gold Farm and prayed and hoped and did everything I could, pled with the Minecraft gods that I could get all the things that I needed to make enough potions. And luckily we did. If we come take a look, we do have some really good deals, which is awesome, and it's my understanding that these will stay like this forever. So that's good. Be able to get infinite emeralds over here and some pretty good tools if we ever need to replace what we've already got. I'm pretty satisfied with our work here today, so I think that's our cue to leave these villagers for now. I still have to replace that guy, but I'm gonna do that later, probably in between episodes. We need to say goodbye to this place and head over to the shopping district. I think the things that I want to do today take place over by the shops. So our shopping district has gone through a little bit of changes since the last time we were here. You guys know and love Vent's Prismarine shop. They're now selling tridents, and if we go up here, let's see, I believe they're also selling, yeah, a couple of enchanted books. Nothing too crazy, just stuff to go with your trident, which is all cool. But as you guys have already noticed, there is a giant rocket shop, which may or may not be where all of my diamonds have gone. And then Kay has put in an oddities shop. Not quite sure what they're gonna put in there, and this might actually be spoilers for their next episode, so we're not gonna look at that for too long. Gizmo's got a log shop up here. What's the best way to get into it? Okay. Gizmo's got a nice log shop, and all of these shops popping up got me thinking, I'm incredibly broke. I've spent the last of my diamonds in that rocket shop, and I am now out of rockets. So, to remedy that, we need to build a shop. But not just any shop. The biggest, coolest, reddest, most redstone of shops to exist. And as you can see behind me, I've already prepared a place to build it. I think right here, next to Gizmo's log shop, and also being the very first thing you'll see when you look this way towards spawn, is gonna be a really good place for our build. I've mocked something up in a creative world, and I'm really excited to bring it into the Brainrot server. Our idea is that it's gonna be a redstone shop, obviously, and there's gonna be some cool contraptions in it, a really cool elevator, and we're gonna sell redstone and redstone components, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. I don't know how successful the shop is going to be, considering a lot of the people on the server don't do a lot of redstone, but I know Keegan was accepting redstone as payment in his moss and bone meal shop back there, and I do know a couple people on the server do like messing around with redstone, so let's go ahead and corner that market before anyone else does. But before we can get too crazy with building this, we do need to finish gathering our materials. In these shulker boxes right here, I have started gathering some of the materials that we will be using for our build. However, I still have quite a few more that I need to get, and my redstone box up here is kind of lacking, which means I also need to do a lot of grinding to get the stock for the shop. Although we may not get the stock fully shopped in this episode, because that's a lot. That is kind of a lot. My main focus is to finish gathering the materials for the build and get the build itself actually built. I think that would be a good goal. But first, it is too dark out, so we must go to bed. Now that it's another new, beautiful Minecraft morning, we need to spend some time gathering resources, grinding it out in the mines, going to the nether to collect the warp stem, you know, the usual. I think I also need to either make a slime farm or just get really lucky. I think I am going to need to build a slime farm though, so that I can actually stock this shop long term, because sticky pistons do take slime balls, and you know who doesn't have a good source of slime? Me. Anyway, I have quite a few places that I need to go to finish gathering all the materials I need for this build. Luckily, I already have about half of them in those shulker boxes back there, but there's still a lot I need to get. So I'll check back in with you guys when I've made a little bit more progress, and hopefully it won't take me too long. I think I've just cursed myself by saying that. Anyway, I'll see you guys when I've got some nether wood. I think that's what I'm gonna go get first. These 3 shulker boxes right here contain everything I need to build our wonderful redstone shop. I could open up these shulker boxes and let you see what materials we're going to be using, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun to just start the build and let you guys see the materials in use. And I think that's a pretty good segue into our super professional build mode. Yeah, let's get that cracking. And our redstone shop is complete. And look, we've already got our first customers. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've literally just built the shell of this build and put a couple of redstone mechanics in here, but the shop is far from finished. We've got a little doorbell, which I absolutely love. And the plan for this bottom floor is to have a bunch of like quirky contraptions just for fun, just to kind of show off what you can do with redstone. And then if we take this elevator up here, oh, well, if we do it right, if we do it right, take this elevator up here, and this is going to be where everything is sold. This is where the stock is going to be kept. I'm planning on doing some like armor stand magic in here to put the items that are going to be in the barrels on display in the glass. That's the plan. I have absolutely no stock, absolutely nothing in here, but I'm in love with the build. I think it turned out really well. And if we come down here, press this button and it drops us down. I actually got this elevator design from Mumbo Jumbo because I am not at a state of my life where I can make my own redstone. So we looked up a tutorial. This place looks really good and I'm so excited to get it stocked up and actually get some of the Brainrot members into this shop. If we come out towards spawn, we definitely need to add something to the side there because all of the interesting bits is at the front and the side is just a plain wall. But it does look very intimidating towering up there. I don't know what we're gonna do to dress up that side wall. We'll figure it out. Maybe some sort of like billboard or graffiti or something like that, but that is something we'll figure out at a later date. I don't know if you guys have been able to hear in my voice, but in between making this episode, I have gotten a cold. So if my voice sounds a little off in some of these clips, that's why. Just an FYI, I probably should have said that as soon as I started recording with a cold, but you know what? That's fine. This thing looks absolutely amazing. I'm loving this from like every angle. It looks so nice. I was a little worried it'd be too big, but I think it's a good size. It's definitely a good size. And of course, we've got to come over here and update Undead's map. I love that he's got this map here. It's really nice. Look at that. It almost looks like an eye. It really looks like an eye from the map. That is so cool. Okay. Okay. Is that my elytra? I thought my elytra was in my in chest. So that's a little... What is this? What does this book say? Yo, so funny story, I was traveling in the Nether and stumbled upon a weird platform on a fortress with a portal on it. I went through and immediately died to like 7 wither skellies. Turns out it was a wither skeleton farm, so I went and got my other elytra to go back and get my stuff, but I died again. Oof. When I got to the ground, apparently I was going a bit too fast on my elytra for my own good. I didn't have another elytra, so I decided to borrow one from you. So, as a thank you for so graciously letting me borrow your elytra, which is included in the chest, obviously, I put some cool stuff in this chest as a thank you. Oh, okay, okay. So that must be what this is. That was very cool. I don't know who left that. But I am glad we could help them, even if we were very, very unaware of the fact that we were helping them. But anyway... These are my first 2 netherite ingots. And we're no longer broke. And I also have rockets now. I don't know about you guys, but I think now would be a wonderful time to turn some of our things into netherite. I don't already have a smithing table over here, so we're just gonna make one. And, set it there. We are running out of space in this house. Now, I think my first upgrade of the season will be my netherite hoe because I think it's funny. So, there we go. Serious dedication. It's their only netherite tool. Amazing. The next tool I like to upgrade is my sword because I think it's just a nice flex to have a netherite sword. So, look at us go. We look rich. Kind of. So, there was a zombie in the shop. And now the shop has a new pet. It took a little bit to get him up there, but that was user error. But now we've got this little guy, the first of our quirky redstone contraptions, to show people just what they can do with this magic fantasy engineering. Yeah. Okay, we've got our next redstone contraption in here, and I think it's pretty silly. Basically, we've got this dispenser spitting out redstone to go through this item loop, and it's powered by the skulk, so anytime someone makes noise, it spits one out. I do, however, have to go pick up more glass from my house to fill in this wall so that it stops catching on the wall. But 90% of the time, it goes right through the chute, and it's pretty cool. I love this. My one regret is that I actually do have to wall it in because sometimes the redstone likes to go out. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go pick up some glass, finish this in, and think of some more fun little contraptions. We are getting to the point where the contraptions have to be itty bitty because we are running out of floor space, and I don't want this shop to feel overcrowded. I love that. I hate that though. I hate that it keeps catching. But we're gonna go fix that. Alright, finishing in those walls seem to have done the trick. I don't think it could get stuck on the walls even if it wanted to. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It still can. Okay, just fill that in. Hello? There we go. Finish the other side. Okay, okay. That was rather silly. Okay. Alright, now it is complete. It is fully cased in. I cannot lose redstone even if I wanted to. And while we were at the house, we got a name tag for Sir Geoffrey up here. As he goes by. It was kind of unnecessary, but I thought it would be fun if anyone lingered over here long enough to see the name. Okay, I've done a little bit more work since our last clip. I've connected the path up to our shop so people know the exact way they need to walk to the door. I was gonna follow Kay's already existing path, but then I decided to modify it a bit to kind of make it fit the theme. It's a little abstract, but I think it works. I think it's really cool. If we come in here, the doorbell goes off as usual, and you can see I've added a few more redstone contraptions. We'll start with this side since we kind of saw it go off already. Basically, I have this skulk sensor here sensing noise, and whenever it senses noise, not only does it power that note block, but it also powers that redstone lamp over there, which I thought was pretty cool. But because I did that, I did have to add a line of wool in front of Sir Geoffrey here, because he was setting it off like continuously, and that was kind of annoying. Then over here, I've got a book kind of explaining the shop, and when you turn the page, we get some music notes, and I think that's really cool. I've never done a whole lot with note blocks before, and as you guys can tell, I've kind of been really enjoying it. Been doing a lot with note blocks today. And if we come over here, the only thing that's different than the last time you guys saw this, literally like a few seconds ago, is I just have this permanently on redstone lamp. I like the way that the glowing redstone looks on the floor, so having some like permanent circuitry going on here is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this place. I'm not sure what else we could cram in here, so I'm tentatively saying that the bottom floor is done for now. That being said, if you guys have any ideas for little quirky redstone contraptions we could cram in here, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to add them, because I think it would be really cool to have lots of interesting things going on in this bottom floor to kind of grab people's attention. And if we come up here, you can see I've done well, okay. How come every time I do this on camera, I fail? I've done nothing other than finishing adding the chains that I didn't realize I forgot before, and putting some little mini redstone blocks here and there. I'm gonna work on stocking this later. I don't feel like grinding that out today.
This place is coming along really nice. I'm really happy with it. I think it's super cool, and I'm so glad that I was able to do this. That being said, I do believe that's all we have time for this episode. I know it's a little bit on the shorter side compared to my previous few episodes, but I feel like we still got a lot done, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think our shop looks really good, and I cannot wait to get it fully stocked and get it open for the other Brainrot members. I think they're gonna enjoy this shop as well. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Brainrot. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!